going on, guys? Tristan24 here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're doing my championship predictions for match week 36, and of course 46 games in a season in the championship. It's match week 36, which means we've got 10 weeks to go. So that is why I'm going to be doing my predictions today for the last 10 weeks on the championship. And also going to be doing this for the Premier League, guys, so make sure you check that video out. I'm going to be doing this every match week now to the end of the season, because it's going to be really intense to see who goes up and down from the championship and who goes down from the Premier League and who wins it and gets top 4 and all that stuff. So if you're going to enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It would really help us out. But today we're doing championship predictions in this video, and let's get straight into it. First game going on is Blackburn Rovers taking on Brentford on the Friday night game. Now, Swansea did play Blackburn in one of their games in hand midweek this week on Tuesday. It was a 1-1 draw. We don't tend to win at Ewood Park, but the way Blackburn played wasn't the best, I'm not going to lie, but we didn't play well at all. Haven't seen Brentford play live or on the TV in quite a while. The last highlights I watched for Brentford was against Norwich, and they had a few chances, I do believe, but not too many. The last game of football I watched Brentford play was probably, I'm not even sure. That's a long time ago. But for this game, Friday night football, I think Brentford will win it 2-0, as they are chasing the top 2, of course. Next up, we've got Luton taking on my team Swansea on the early kick-off on Saturday. Now, Swansea, of course, having a bit of a blip at the moment, although, well, we had the blip, sorry. We're coming out of it now, but the performances, they're okay. We've had a few good performances, we haven't got the results we wanted, and recently we've just been winning it by a penalty in the last minute, of course, Middlesbrough and at Stoke. Luton then, I've seen them playing it quite a while. They have slipped down the table a little bit, if my memory is correct. But I can't see Luton getting anything out of this game anyway. I hope not. I hope the Swans can bring home the 3 points, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 Swansea win. Next game, we've got Wycombe Wanderers going up against Preston now. It seems like Wycombe are down and out, but can they pull off a miracle and survive? Preston, they haven't been doing too well this season. Of course, the expectations after last season was to try and push again for the playoffs, but they haven't really done that, have they? They're quite far down the table, but this game is going to be really scrappy. I'm going to give the 3 points to Wycombe. I think they'll try to win it more than Preston will. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Wycombe Wanderers. After that, we see Bournemouth take on Barnsley, a massive game in the playoff race. Of course, Barnsley are in there at the moment. They've played the same amount of games now. Last night they drew 0-0 to Derby. Really, you should be beating Derby if you're wanting to get the playoff race. But of course, every team drops points at some time. So this is going to be a tough game. It's at Bournemouth. They haven't been the best this season. They've had a few good wins. They've recently beaten Watford at home. But in this game, I can see it ending in a draw, and I'm going to go 1-1 for this one. After that, we see Cardiff take on Watford. Now, recently, Cardiff have been, undoubtedly one of the best sides in the league for form. Watford, they've got an incredible home record. They're not home this game. They're actually away, and I do think that both teams will get something out of this one. I'll go for another 1-1 draw. Derby are next then to take on Millwall. I can't see all too much in this game, to be honest. Millwall, last season again, like Preston, they were really good, pushing for the playoffs. They slipped off just towards the end. Derby, 2 seasons ago, they were in the playoff final, and now they've slipped down, quite far down the table. I can't see a lot of goals in this one. I go 1-0 to the team from the Den, playing away at Pride Park. After that, we see Middlesbrough take on Stoke. Now, recent weeks, both of them have dropped points to Swansea through last-minute penalties, so they'll both know how that feels. But absolute heartbreak for them teams it must have been. But both of them trying to sneak into the playoffs. They're an outside call at the moment. I'm not sure if they will get in there. I think there's other teams like Bournemouth, Cardiff, Barnsley, of course, are in there pushing for it. I don't think Middlesbrough Stoke will end in the playoffs this season, come the final day. But you know, this game, it could be a close one to decide if one of the teams will definitely fall off or still be in the race. I'll go for another 1-1 draw though. A lot of draws in this episode. After that, we see Nottingham Forest play Reading now. Of course, Reading, this season they have been better than everyone expected, it has to be said. They've Lucas Jow up top, he's been really good for them. As for Forest, they haven't been the best, have they? They're quite far down the table, rushing for the playoffs last season in there, basically half a year, half the season. They fell out to Swansea, which still Forest fans are a little bit annoyed about and bring it up. But for this game, I'm going to go for a Reading away win. I'll go 2-0 to Reading. After that, we see QPR take on Huddersfield Town. QPR, they've been okay over recent weeks. They've got a few good results. They went on a good run mid-February towards the end. They haven't carried that on, though, for a long time. They've slipped up over recent weeks, I do believe. Huddersfield, though, they got the win 4-1 against Swansea. Let's just not mention that. I'm not sure if they've got any other big results recently. But for this one, I can't see any goals. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. After that, we would have had Rotherham against Coventry. But this one is postponed due to a positive case for Rotherham. They had it last weekend, I'm pretty sure. So all the players now are quarantining and self-isolating, of course. But, you know, they've had a lot of games called off this season due to positive cases. After that, we see Birmingham take on Bristol. Now, Birmingham, of course, need the points more than Bristol. But for this game, I'm going to say 1-0 Birmingham. That's right, I'm going to go with them. And the final game to predict is Sheffield Wednesday against Norwich now. Norwich, lucky night they're going to win the league. I wouldn't write it off yet because, you know, Swansea, they've still got a few games in, still got a few tricky games to play. And Swansea, I believe they could just get in there by a point or so, but, you know, that's very unlikely to happen. I think Norwich will probably go on and end up going up to the Premier League again. As for Sheffield Wednesday, I think they could really be going down this season. I don't know what to expect for them. But that is the Championship predictions then, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Smash the like if predictions, because we're doing a table. Basically a prediction league like everyone else does. But we're going to do it for the last 10 weeks. And you never know, there could be a prize. But every episode at the end, I'll let you know what the table's looking like. If all my predictions come true, then I'll have the table of what it would look like if all of these predictions were true somewhere around on screen now, so you'll be able to have a look at that. But that is it, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.